Hey, Dr. Dow here today with Freeport Family Chiropractic and Acupuncture, and today we're going to talk about something called upper cross syndrome. A few months ago I did a video on lower cross syndrome, and we got a lot of questions about that, and people were really interested in that, and they found it pretty interesting. So of course one of the questions were, is there an upper cross syndrome? And the answer to that is absolutely. So that's what we're going to get into today. So first and foremost, upper cross syndrome is a postural problem. Okay, and I'm going to demonstrate what that is, and I'm sure you've seen this though before. Basically, pretend I'm at my keyboard, I have this rounded shoulders, I'm looking down, or I'm looking at my computer, my head is coming forward, or on my phone, rounded shoulders again, and again, the head comes forward. That is basically what we call a very classic example of an upper cross syndrome. And very similar to lower cross syndrome, where we had crossing muscles that were tight and crossing muscles that were weak. The same exact thing is happening here. So that's what's basically what I'm going to show you here. So when we have that roundedness, those rounded shoulders, what that's showing us and telling us is the pec muscles here are very, very tight, because the fibers of the muscles of the pec come this way. So when you have the shoulders coming this way, that means those muscles are getting short, along with the muscles in the back, and the upper trapezius and the suboccipital muscles, the muscles right along the base of the skull. So that's where we get that cross pattern. If you can kind of visualize that from my chest muscle, my pec muscles, to the upper trapezius and the upper, the suboccipitals. Conversely, the other muscles would be the weak muscles, which are going this way. Okay, so those would include the deep neck flexors, and those mid-back rhomboids, and the lower part of the trapezius muscles. Okay, so those muscles, again, the neck flexors, they're of course responsible for flexing the neck, but the ones in the back that are responsible right through here, they're the ones that kind of bring the shoulder blades together, and the lower part of the trapezius, they actually not only bring the shoulder blades together, but they actually bring the shoulders down in that kind of pattern. I'm going to show you here, not the most sophisticated contraption here, but you'll get the gist of this. So this is my spine with my shoulder blades here attached to it. So again, the rhomboids, and this is not to scale, because the actual shoulder blades sit off of the vertebrae a little bit more. But those are the muscles that run across here, and they're the ones that squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then you have the lower part of the trapezius muscles down here, and then those fibers kind of run down this way. And those are the ones, not only do they bring the shoulder blades together, but they actually depress the shoulders down. A lot of people don't realize this, but your trapezius muscle is a really big diamond-shaped muscle. It starts kind of at the base of the skull, and it goes out towards the shoulders and the shoulder blade, and then it comes back down at T12. Okay, so kind of picture that shape of the actual trapezius muscle. Okay, so there's three sets of fibers that do three different things. The upper part of the trapezius muscle, like I said earlier, they're the ones that get tight, and they're the ones that they elevate the shoulders. Okay, these muscles here. The fibers in the middle of the trapezius, they again bring the shoulder blades back, and they bring the shoulders back like the rhomboids. And then the lower part of those trapezius muscles, they actually depress the shoulders and bring those shoulder blades back and down. So kind of this type of an angle. Now, we don't do that too often. Okay, unfortunately, that's why they get weak. That which we don't use, we lose. Okay, so that's basically where that crisscross pattern happens. And unfortunately, when that starts to happen, a lot of dysfunction starts to occur. The symptoms basically range from anything from headaches, the suboccipital headaches, a lot of tension in the upper shoulders, shoulder pain, neck pain, of course, and a lot of arm pain. So those are the type of things we tend to see, which are very, very, unfortunately, very prevalent and running rampant here now with just technology. We're definitely starting to see a lot of younger kids coming through with headaches. They're on their phones or on their iPads. But for the most part, that is basically a gist of upper cross syndrome. Hopefully you like that. Thank you for sticking with us. And by all means, like us. Go back to our other, if you haven't seen it, our lower cross syndrome. I think it's actually on our YouTube channel. And also too on our YouTube channel, I have another video where I talk about shoulder pain in relation to mid-back pain and how the two are very closely related. It's very similar to what I'm talking about here. So the two, there is a little bit of overlap. So thanks for sticking with us. And again, talk to you next time. Take care. Again, if you have any questions, give us a call. Thanks.